Anna. It's so nice to have you here. Thank you so much for being here. How are you today?
Hi, Rufeda. I'm glad to be here and thank you for inviting me today.
For sure. I really follow you on LinkedIn and I love your content. So thank you so much for that. And I'm very excited for our conversation. So how about we start with your journey? If you can, there's so many roles on your LinkedIn. I would love to know about your journey on how did you start and how did you got here?
Yeah, absolutely. So I've been in product management for 10 years so
Mhm.
far, even over 10 years. I'm currently a principal product manager at Oxygen. It's a fintech startup
Okay.
here in the US. And before Oxygen, I worked at Apple as a senior product manager for internal tools. Before Apple, I worked at Zello. Zello is a mobile push to talk, like
Yeah.
walkie talkie for frontline workers. Before Zello, I had experience working in blockchain startup and also ride sharing application
Wow.
in Boston and Austin. And before that, I lived in Russia, in Moscow, and I worked at the biggest Russian social network called VK. So
Okay.
that's where I actually started my career a long time ago. And I had transitioned from marketing. I used to be a marketing manager, and 10 years ago at that social network, I had transitioned to product management.
That makes sense. That's a huge shift from like I won't say that's a huge shift, but I've seen like more worse than that. But marketing to product management, I have seen a lot of people, moving from marketing to product marketing manager, and you transition to actual like product management. What made that, change? Like what did you saw in product management, that you loved it so much?
Yeah, that's a great question because at that time, 10 years ago, and like outside of the US, I had no idea what was a product manager actually. So I was very involved in the product I work for, social network like
Yeah.
Facebook. And I was so curious about the product called Gift, virtual gifts. And nobody actually paid a lot of attention, and nobody worked like deeply on this product. And I really wanted to improve this product. And I started like using my marketing skills. Like promotion, I tried to improve that. Virtual gifts, it's like stickers, like
Yeah.
small pictures. I started working with designers, and at that time, I started bothering other developers, like of other teams.
Yeah.
And like one day, my boss told me that Anna, stop bothering other product managers.
Oh.
Yeah, here's your product, like here's your developers, and now you became a product manager. Please go ahead. Yeah, please do whatever you need. Just like I need results, I need some
Yeah.
achievements. And since that product was paid, it was a paid stickers. People paid money for that virtual gifts and gave them to their friends and family members. And it brought actually a lot of money. And after 3 years, me working on that product, these virtual gifts started bringing 50% of company's revenue just
Wow.
because I worked a lot on promotion. I leveraged my marketing skills a lot because it's like a gift. You have to promote this gift. You have to build value around that and build a brand. And on the other hand, I started learning like technical aspect, like feasibility. Is it actually feasible to build that?
Right.
And started digging deeper into data. So it was super organically. I didn't learn anything. I didn't pass any courses. It was absolutely natural transition from marketing and me being involved in that technical product, virtual gifts, and like finally became a product manager.
Wow, that is very inspiring. Like I whenever I speak to a lot of people, I got into product management through internship, but there's definitely so many ways. If you're working for a company already, there's always an internal transition if you build that connection, if you have that, connection with your manager. Like just like what happened with you. So that's definitely a great way and very inspiring. Coming to the skills, what do you think if someone wants to be a product manager, what skills do they need?
What skill do they need? That's a great question, and I think that's the main skill I actually recommend everyone to be a product manager is a product mindset. I call it product mindset, and it's your ability to answer the question, what business goal are we focusing on? What's our outcome, business outcome? Yeah, if we think about like business side, because as a product manager, you have to bring value to your business.
Right.
Yeah, and which business problem are we solving? On the other hand, we have users.
Right.
So which user goal we have? Like we who are our target audience and what are their problems we need to solve? That's related to problem. And then like a technical side, how we can solve this problem in a like faster way, like
Yeah.
with a minimum scope of work, like with a minimum effort. That's like building MVP. That's
Right.
from the technical side. And finally, our identify our success.
Yeah.
How we measure success? What would be the indicator that we actually solve this problem, solve the right problem, and achieved our goals? So that's what I call product mindset, and I highly recommend this exercise to build this product mindset.
Yes.
Like every day develop these skills. Like take anything you like. It might be a mobile application, it might be like any virtual product, it might be a real product like this lipstick, and
Mhm.
answer these questions. Who are their target audience?
Yeah.
Yeah, what's what are their problems? Like
Exactly.
how this lipstick actually solving these problems,
Mhm.
and why it was built that way? Like why it's actually like a cylindric form, not like I don't know square or anything else.
Yeah.
And the last one, how can I improve it? It might be, I don't know, better to make it different shape, different taste, different size, like etc. And just like doing this exercise every day, answering that simple question, like something on the street, like a door. Why the door is actually like this, like a square form?
Yeah.
Why, I don't know, glass is transparent? Why, I don't know, like this taco is that form of shell, not like a different shell like form? I don't know, whatever you need. Like just answering this question, you can deeper understand the thought processes behind of that product, and that will help you to develop this product mindset. I think that's like this is like a crucial to be product manager.
Definitely, that is very, very important. You need to think, definitely anyone who wants to be a product manager, they need to think out that, the basic thing for any product out there. For example, even if it's like for example, like a tumbler out there, why was there a need to even create that tumbler? Because there are
Yes.
bottles out there at the end of the day. So
Yeah.
going into like actual reason of it, why, when, what happened at that time, that is very crucial. So thank you so much for sharing that. Case studies, I would say that if anyone does not have an experience, that was my next question for you. If anyone does not have an experience, the one that you just mentioned about case study, that's an excellent way to put it on the resume or put it on your portfolio.
Yeah, for entry level position, if you don't
Yeah,
have product management
yeah,
experience, like first definitely develop your product mindset. But you cannot put this in your resume, like why the your
yeah,
lipstick is actually cylindric. Yeah. So, but what you can do is to build your own product, like do
right.
your side project. It shouldn't be super, I don't know, like high technical product. It might be a store and I don't know, Etsy. You can create your online store on Etsy. You can build something with no code no code application. You can do like deep research and identify users' needs and create a way how to solve it. So
Yeah,
the goal of product manager is to make things done, to
yeah,
solve problem, to achieve something.
mm,
And it doesn't matter what would be like exactly. It shouldn't be like super like new social network. No, you don't have resources for that, but you can build your own small stuff. But
exactly.
the first you need to do is to identify your goal, identify your target audience, identify their problem, and create a way how to build this product in a minimal scope
Yeah,
and measure success. And then you can put this in your resume and say, okay, I don't have experience working on a real product, like for example, Meta or like Facebook. I don't have this luxury of working on that. But I built my own small, tiny product. My audience was that, and I solved their problem, and they're super satisfied. They send me thank you messages every day because I just solved like a problem of few folks, and they're happy.
Yeah.
Or it's better if they can actually pay you money for that. That you can
Okay.
prove that you solve the problem that people can pay for. That's even better.
Even better.
So
Yeah.
yeah, do that and put it in your resume, and how you can prove that you can achieve your goal and make things done.
Exactly. Yeah. Love that. In terms of anyone who is still an entry level, one way is again that the one that we just spoke about, the case study or portfolio, creating your own product. The other part we spoke about was like internal transitioning. Do you think if there are any other ways for an entry level person to get into product management?
Yeah, absolutely. And I think that is the easiest way to have transition to product management, to work with actually product managers.
Yeah.
And you can find like some jobs, like people who work with product managers, like software engineers, QAs,
Mm.
designers, customer success managers, marketing managers, sales, business analysts, data analysts, who else? I don't know, like any people who work with product managers might have this transition into product management. What you should do is to uh, attach to your product manager, like try to understand what are they doing, what their pain points, and try to solve their pain points from your side. For
Yeah.
example, I can talk about like customer success managers, like people who work with customers and understand their like pain points, needs, like working with customer feedback, etc. So the better approach to that is just to throw out all feedback to your product managers and
Yeah.
said, oh, I have like, I don't know, 100 requests, and like overwhelm your product manager.
Yeah.
The best way you can do is to get this feedback, prioritize it based on some criteria. I don't know, like customer size, number of requests, like a number, like the level of severity, etc. Prioritize it and come to your product manager and say, okay, I got 100 feedback from like from customers.
Yeah.
Here are the top 10, top three, for example, and I prioritize it by this way. You can do like, you can use your own prioritization, but I think this is the crucial to focus on. Yeah. So, and here you can show that you want to help product manager, you can prioritize, you can actually facilitate like easy like a life of product manager,
Yeah.
and then you can build relationship with your product manager. Next time you can come and say, okay, so how would you find this like prioritization? Did you like it? What can I improve? Like, oh, maybe you can share with me some insights of like, I really want to be a product manager. Maybe you can help me. What should I do better? Like etc. Like be a
Yeah.
friend with your product manager and just really help them, because product managers are super overwhelmed,
Yeah.
all the time. Like, yeah, they work with a lot of folks, with a lot of requests, with a lot
Yeah.
of problems. If someone can help with that, that's a great deal.
Exactly, yeah. I think there's no other better way if someone who has already seen your work and they can vouch for you at the end of the day. I think that's the best way to get into any field out there, and there would be people who would be mentoring you as well. So I have always thought about, I get so many questions on how one can transition into the field. I used to think about like business analyst, QA, and some of the more that you mentioned, but you got like the entire list, which is very, very helpful. So that's definitely a great way.
And
Coming,
I can explain even deeper, because you
yeah,
can see a product manager as like a three pillars. First is
yeah,
business. The
mhm,
second is users, understanding user needs. And the third one is technical side. Like we discussed it earlier, but and each role I described who work with product manager can cover like any of those fields. For example, if you're a sales manager, you probably really know really well the business aspect of your business. You
Right.
don't need to learn about that. But what you can learn like is like user side, like understand user like needs and pain points, or like technical side. If you're a software engineer, you're in a different angle of the spectrum. You know technical side really well, but you might have a gap in understanding the business or users. If you're customer success, you probably understand users really well, and you need to learn about business side and technical. So like understanding your gaps, you can build the strategy how to what you need to learn to be a product manager. So business, users, and technical side.
Agreed. And I would just like to add one more thing about the transferable skills. Once you have those, you can definitely find like some transferable skills. For example, as an engineer, one works very closely with the product manager. So a lot of the skills can definitely be transferable and we can definitely easily show it on the resume part. Um,
Yeah.
you have been coaching since a long time. I would love to know from you, first of all, what do you look for in a resume or LinkedIn profile? How can one make it like stand out? Because it's a very, very difficult competition, I would say. A lot of people want to get into the field. The market is really bad. How can one stand out?
Yeah, coming back to like product management, and the goal of product manager is to achieve something and make things done and have like achievements, accomplishment, and results.
Yeah,
So that's a lot of resumes are missing is achievements.
yeah,
People really like describing their processes, like for example, oh, I conducted user research. I was working with developers. I gathered users' feedback. I prototyped like XYZ, like I don't know, mockups or whatever. So, but this is not a result. This is a processes.
yeah,
So you conducted this research for what? What was your outcome of that research? Did you just spend the time like conduct the research and that's it, or did you make some, I don't know, conclusion from this
right.
research? How did you use this conclusion? Did you improve your product? If so, yeah, what's the outcome of that
Yeah,
improvement? Like, did you improve any like metrics? Did you improve, I don't know, like customer satisfaction with that research? Like, what did you accomplish with that? So that part is often missing, and that's like I think the best way to show that you goal oriented product manager is to start with your accomplishments. I like, for example, I increased customer satisfaction rates by 5%. I don't know, like really add numbers if it's possible. It's really show you like a data-driven product manager, and focusing on specific result, not just improve, but improve by specific number.
yeah,
So I improved customer satisfaction rate by 5% or 10%, 50%, whatever, by conducting customer research and identifying the pain points. So
yeah,
you can even explain what exactly which was the pain points. So that's an accomplishment, but conducting user research is not an accomplishment.
yeah,
Yeah, that's missing in the majority of a resume, and I think that like everyone, regardless of their level of experience, should focus on the accomplishment, especially for product management resume. You are hired as a product manager. You are hired to solve the problem,
yeah.
to achieve the goal, to do something. So that's why accomplishment in your resume is highly, highly important.
Yeah. So do you prefer like starting instead of, saying conducted market research, instead of that, you prefer starting with an achievement or accomplishment?
Yes, because like people usually read from left to right.
Yeah.
And if you like read and like see some, I don't know, like processes and not very interesting information, you can just skip that and like go to the second bullet point and the real like processes again. So you need to highlight in your top left corner, you should highlight the most important things. Like
Yeah.
it's your number, it's your accomplishments, it's what you're proud of. So, and like hide your processes and everything else to somewhere else.
Right. Yeah. So basically grab the attention at the very first place.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Like,
So and like the summary, if you prefer putting summary in your resume, some people do, some people do not. But if you add a summary, please add your accomplishments, not just like and don't use please don't use ChatGPT to create your summary because it's so obvious. It's so obvious. I'm something like, oh, I'm a seasoned highly motivated product manager and a lot of bullshit after that. So
yeah.
yeah, I saw that all the time. People just like
Wow.
ask ChatGPT to create summary for them or bullet points for them, and it's very obvious, especially when you do not like super smart prompts for that. It's visible. It's visible. It's better to create your own phrases, bullet points, or summary, and just ask ChatGPT to proofread that. Please, ChatGPT, I don't know, correct grammar mistakes.
Yeah.
That's better than, oh, please, ChatGPT, create a summary for my resume. Yeah, don't do that. Don't do that.
And that could be like, I would say that could be very similar to any other person as well, because if a lot of, students are doing the same thing, creating it from ChatGPT, there's no, I would say,
Personality, yeah.
personality. Yeah, yeah,
They're
exactly.
losing personality. They all resume are the same. They're
Yeah.
using ChatGPT for that, and I found it as well for the last like maybe year. People are using ChatGPT first, like, and the second they're using that buzzwords like AI ML. So almost every resume contains AI ML, even
Oh,
if they don't know that, if they don't have experience working with AI ML, they still put it in their resume because it's a buzzword,
wow.
and after that, the resumes become the same. The same.
Exactly.
It's no identity. It's
Different.
no
Yeah.
your personality. And when you read it, oh, it's so boring. So boring for recruiters. You might pass ATS system with this resume. Like ATS system is like applicant tracking system, the system
Yeah.
who actually parse your resume to move forward on the recruitment processes. But you can pass with that type of resume and like adding a lot of keywords, a lot of buzzwords in your resume. But then your resume usually read a hiring manager or recruiter, the
Yeah.
human reads your resume, and it should be unique. It should be interesting. It shouldn't be like just like resume for ATS.
Right. Yeah, it should show your personality at the end of the day, because all the people I would say I've seen the resumes of, they have like similar format. There's no, personality that's being shown out there, because everyone is using all those keywords that's on the job description. So there's no personality out there. So I think they should find a way that they can show their personality out there. And I think summary is a great way to do that, instead of, copy pasting it from ChatGPT.
Absolutely. Just create your own phrases, your own bullet points, and ask ChatGPT to just correct grammar mistakes. That's it.
Right. Yeah. So, what do you prefer? Do you prefer like a person should use the same resume for any product manager roles that they're applying for, or they should change a few things?
Adjust, like, absolutely, yeah. I for example have a mastermind master resume, like it's just my huge resume with all my accomplishments, but based on the position and their requirements, I adjust, like I build like a Tetris, I don't know, like I built my resume from that. Like, for example,
Mm,
I have experience in I have leadership experience and individual contributor. There are
okay.
absolutely two different resume. In leadership, like executive resume, you mostly add your strategic achievement, accomplishments, and people management, that your ability to manage people. In your IC resume, individual contributor, you add your achievements as a IC, like improved metrics, crafting metrics, work
Yeah.
with developers, like all that stuff. So this is first kind of separation. Like the second group is based on the customers, like B2B and B2C. So
Okay.
I have experience working with B2B product. I have
Mhm.
experience working with B2C product. So if I apply for a consumer product, I put upper my B2C experience and showing that I can work with millions of users conducting A/B tests, like testing, prototyping, and then gathering like customer feedback on that. So, but if you work on B2B product, you probably have some limitation on testing. You cannot run like A/B tests for B2B products mostly. So you need a different way how to test, how to launch, how to gather feedback. So that's just like two different like experience, B2B and B2C. Also, startup experience and large companies
Yeah.
experience. Also, when you apply for a startup, they are usually looking for someone with startup experience because startup work is different. It's the speed is different. The I don't know level of like processes is different. Sometimes it's chaotic. Sometimes it's like no processes at all. Like very high speed and a lot of uncertainties. And you usually can do like everything as a product manager. You can draw sketches, you
Everything.
can
Yeah.
test, you can, yeah. So, and wear multiple hats. So on the enterprise side, you usually have deep experience in your like narrow field,
Yeah.
and you have to be more like on a procedure like level. So you have to follow procedure, you have to be very like structured, organized, like etc. So it's like also like different mindsets and different skills that you
Yeah.
need to have. So etc. And also domain expertise is very important right now. Especially when the market is competitive for candidates. So you have to show that you have experience in specific domain. If you apply for a fintech company, you probably should highlight your fintech experience if you have some.
I
So like it's etc. So like that's why I have that master resume, like 2 or 3 pages with a lot of accomplishments, with a lot of blogs, and depends on the job description. I just combine these blogs into one pager resume and very specific for this job. So, and I highly recommend adjust your resume for any position.
Yeah, I really like that approach. I'll try the same thing because for now, what I do is I read the job description, whatever resume that I have, I change a few things here and there, and that's it. But I never thought of an idea of okay, having a master resume and then changing, having like different resumes for each job roles and picking things from the master resume. So that's a very good point. Hopping on to LinkedIn. What do you think anyone who's looking to get into product management should have on their LinkedIn?
LinkedIn. Yeah, LinkedIn is a great way to build your network. And I think it's probably the best. And if you're focusing on finding a job in the US or European market, you definitely have to build a great resume. So sorry, like LinkedIn profile. So your LinkedIn profile should have just like should look professionally. Like your photo is very important. Just don't use selfie from your like I don't know from the beach. Yeah, so
Yeah.
you have to have like do professional photo or ask someone to make a photo like in front of the wall like wearing I don't know at least polo. You don't need to be super official. You need to be a professional and smile. I saw a lot of horrible photos on LinkedIn, like people like doing selfie with the sunglasses or I don't know,
Uh,
like snowboarding mask, being super grumpy, like with the grumpy faces, like etc. So that's not attractive. So that because it's your face, it has to be attractive, smiling, and professional. So
okay.
that's the first my recommendation, and then definitely fill out all fields in your LinkedIn. Fill out skills. So there are some options to add, like specific skills. Find 5 your most um, important skills. How you can present yourself. So that's like the most prioritize your skills. Don't add everything. Prioritize what the most important skill that can showcase you as a professional in this specific role.
Nice.
Don't put a lot of job titles in your headline. I've seen like many times people adding, I'm a product manager, project manager, program, business analyst, I don't know, whatever. So
Yeah.
no, it doesn't work. Yeah. So like be focused on specific role. If you want to be a product manager, if your goal is a product manager, add that you're a product manager, add I don't know, some areas of your expertise like fintech, blockchain, cybersecurity, add something like your accomplishment, because it's you people actually see like the first like 4 or 5 words of your highlight. Don't add a lot. So add the most important in your first 5 words in your highlight.
Yeah.
Also, you can add websites, links, portfolio to your previous jobs. That would showcase you, like showcase your real accomplishments. If you build something, uh, add it. And also, there are a featured section on LinkedIn.
Yeah.
If you're proud of something you've done before, add that in your featured section. If you build something, if you launch something, if you create an article, if you create a video, if you passed a course, if you have some certificate, just add it to your like featured site.
Right.
And yeah, definitely regarding activities, because recruiters, when they're looking for candidates, they use some filters, and they filter based on your position, and your position is actually taken from your past experience, your probably previous role. So if you're looking for a product manager position, be sure that your latest position is a product manager, not project management, not
Yeah.
program, not like whatever. Yeah, product manager. And your highlight is showing that you're product manager. Like that's the first. Be sure that your location is correct. Sometimes companies are looking for, especially now, companies are looking for candidates for on-site work,
Yeah.
like in this specific location, city or state. Like also be sure that your location is correct. And then they're filtered by activity. So they just eliminate inactive people from LinkedIn. So how to be active? First, connect with people every day. Make a I don't know, like some baseline. Add 5 interesting people in my network.
Yeah.
Go like browse through all product manager you like recruiters from the company you want to work for, like people who work for the company of like for your dream company, whatever. So start adding them every day. Add them, comment their posts, not just like I like your content. No, be mindful.
Yeah.
Don't ask ChatGPT to create a post like for you. Create your own comments, create your own post. Post on your LinkedIn feed at least once a week. It's not a like it doesn't take a lot of time from you. You
No.
can create your own thoughts. You can read an article and create a review for this article or for book or for video, whatever you want. Just be active. Start like generating content and start like liking and commenting other folks. And like in 6 months, for example, in 6 months, when you want to work for this specific company and you've already in contact with the recruiters or people who work for this company, when you apply for the role, they would think that they already know you because you're visible in their LinkedIn newsfeed. So that's a key like of building your network. It's not a one-day task. It's a long task. It's a long term strategy. So you need to do that every day to have your results in like 6 months or 1 year, 2 years.
That is very, very, very important, I would say, networking, because everyone has a resume, everyone has a LinkedIn, but the way you stand out on LinkedIn, it's just like you're taking one step ahead just to get, closer to your dream career. So that is very important. I want to
Yeah,
ask you,
I personally found 4 out of my 5 jobs here in the US based on my network, and
wow,
only one position I found by like
applying.
applying for the job. Yeah, so that's why network is super important. And you can build your network not just on LinkedIn. You can build your network outside of your professional circle.
Yeah.
Like, for example, I'm a part of running community. I'm a runner. I'm a marathon runner. I love running, and a lot of people from tech actually run. And when you run with someone, you ask like, "Oh, what do you do for work?" "Oh, I'm a, I don't know, like a director of something at like company XYZ." You said, "Oh, that's great. So I'm looking for a job." And like other person can say, "Oh, we are looking for a product manager." Like,
Yeah.
and you can build your connection outside of your like professional circle. You don't need, if you hate going to meetups like I do, I don't like going to
Oh,
meetups, and that's, I don't know, for me it's kind of waste of my time. I really don't like that. But I built my connection online on LinkedIn, and also like in different communities, like running communities and other communities, like up like far from my job.
yeah.
And it works, even sometimes it works even better than
Right.
going to meetups and trying to sync up with people. Like, because people who come to meetup, they're already overwhelmed with work stuff and
Exactly.
maybe attention. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's not like an intention of like networking, but basically you're just going out and just talking to people on a very general basis, more like
Yeah.
socializing.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Makes sense. I know that we're almost on time. Just one last question. What advice would you have for anyone who wants to get into product management, be it someone early in their career or be it someone who wants to transition later on?
Yeah, this year was rough
Yeah.
for like any like jobs, and I think positions, and for entry level position, like in general, because I think currently companies want seniors who are like with the salary of juniors. That's my understanding what's going on nowadays, because the salaries dropped significantly, and they need people who come and make things done without spending time on onboarding, education, etc. But I hope that next year will be a switch, change. Like maybe I hope we'll bounce back to the normal market again. And what I can recommend for people who want this transition: so be patient, and be aware of the market. It's not easy as it was like a few years ago, especially during COVID, but it's possible. And what you need to do is to build your skills, continue building your skills, do your side works, build your own projects, communicate with product managers and ask them for help, like, and understand their pain points and try to solve these pain points. Create a different strategy of transition. As we discussed, you can be a founder of your company, or you can start a different role in the company, have transition to product management, or you can, I don't know, apply for APM programs. That's also, I think, a lot of companies going to open these programs in 2024. Again, they closed in 2023 because of recession, but I hope like next year it will be better. So be persistent and understand that it's like a long journey. It's not a 1 month work. It's usually takes 6 months, 1 year, like 2 years, depends on the market, depends on your ability to do that, but it's possible. And probably my main like product management advice: understand why do you need that, because being a product manager just because you want this title, it's not a great approach. So you need to understand and answer your honestly answering this question: why do I want to be a product manager? Like, do you want to solve someone's problem with like using technology? That's on one hand. But like, if I want to be a product manager just because it's well-paid job, that's not a great approach. And you want overcome all that difficulties to be a product manager if your motivation is just title or money or something else. So you need to love what you do, and you need to be honest with you, with
100%.
yourself. Yeah. Mhm. Yeah.
100% agree. There's so many things as a product manager that we do that if like someone who does not have, that motivation to do it, maybe in a month they would be like drained out to even do it even further. So completely
Yeah.
agreed.
You have to have that your inner motivation to crawl through these like uncertainties and that problems, because it's a lot of problems, it's a lot of uncertainties, a lot of falls. And actually I can say that as a product manager you will fail most of the time. So probably like 9 out of 10 times your like attempts to achieve something, you will fail, and you have to be ready for that, and you have to have this positive attitude toward that, to learn why I failed. Okay, yeah, like how can I improve that? It's not just achievements all the time.
Oh, no,
No.
no, no, yeah. Completely agreed. Again, thank you so, so much, Anna. This was very, very helpful, even for me. A lot of the things I did not know about, I will definitely be trying all these. Extremely helpful. So thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me. And I hope this will help fellow product managers and maybe professional product managers, senior product managers to achieve their goals, and yeah, don't give up in this current market.
Perfect. Thank you. I'm sure it would be helpful for a lot of people. But thank you so much. I'll put in your socials as well. I'll tag you. But thank you so much for your time.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye bye.